I'm sharing this just days after completing my UT Dallas Executive MBA. While 2 years have passed super quickly, in tech time, it's been an eternity, especially given the explosion of generative AI. When I started, ChatGPT, Gemini, and similar tools were at an early adopter stage. Now, they've quickly become indispensable to how many of us work, learn, and innovate. The New York Times published an article today about the growing use of generative AI in academia. What started as a cheating scandal has evolved, and now professors are using the same tool they once warned students against. In just a year, professor usage doubled from 18% to nearly 40%. Students are rightly asking, why are we paying so much for a course that's assembled by ChatGPT? But the controversy both ways misses the point entirely. Whether in the classroom or the workplace, we keep debating on how work gets done when we should be redefining what success actually looks like. Today, I'm here to argue something counterintuitive. The smartest thing you can do in this AI-powered world is to be a little lazy. Back in my undergrad at Gannon University around the early 2000s, I had a mandatory course called Scientific Literature Research. The class was as exciting as it sounds. It was hours spent in the library stacks, thumbing through massive tomes of chemical abstracts, digging through paper journals, and meticulously documenting our proper research process. Of course, formatting your references in the correct APA style. Then I got to grad school. Suddenly, SciFinder existed. It was software that replaced my hours of reading tiny print on tissue paper thick sheets to just a few keystrokes. Weeks of tedious page flipping transformed into minutes of targeted searches. The critical skill shifted from how to efficiently find the right book to how to type the correct prompt. When I joined Clorox, industrial reality set in. Nobody had time for exhaustive literature research. Diving into the journals to learn was naive and inefficient. Conducting a thorough literature review was a waste of time when you just needed to get one answer. Need info? Email a colleague, call an expert. Real-world innovation is built on speed, not ceremony. If you can get the answer in one email, nobody's asking you for a 12-page annotated bibliography. The academic way of doing things wasn't just inefficient, it was obsolete. Academia rewarded process and citation. Industry rewards speed and results. Guess who wins? And let's remember why college exists in the first place. Outside of the small but vital community continuing academic research, the rest of the world mostly cares about one thing: results. It's like the NCAA athletics advertisement.
Because almost everyone is going pro in something other than sports.
Well, guess what? Almost everyone is going pro in something other than academia, so we need to ensure that we're teaching how to do that effectively. And I've yet to be called out in a board meeting for incorrect punctuation in my sources. Today, we're experiencing another seismic shift. Generative AI tools that can instantly write, analyze, and create are transforming how we operate. Yet, educators and business leaders alike often resist. They label students or employees leveraging these tools as cheaters or taking shortcuts. But here's the reality. Leveraging technology to enhance productivity isn't cheating. It's adapting. It's survival. Einstein famously said, "Never memorize something that you can look up," refusing to memorize his own phone number, claiming it was pointless to retain information easily accessible elsewhere. His wisdom rings even more true today. With the right prompt, you can dramatically increase your efficiency, and the ability of tools to directly access the internet is reinventing search. If an assignment can be done effectively by AI, the assignment, not the student, is the problem. One of my biggest frustrations as a leader was hearing other managers defend employees saying, "They work really hard." Well, while I'm generally a nice guy, I despise this sentiment. Effort alone isn't valuable. It's impact that matters. General von Moltke, a 19th century military strategist, categorized his officers by two qualities: intelligence and laziness. The worst were dumb and hardworking. You never want someone who will diligently work on the wrong thing. But they work so hard becomes a liability, not a virtue. While many people value smart and hardworking, and this group absolutely has its merits, the ultimate leaders were the smart and lazy. They look for innovative, efficient solutions instead of grinding away on inefficient methods. AI rewards the smart and lazy among us, helping us focus on what matters. Those who refuse these tools aren't working harder, they're working inefficiently. In other words, they're working in hard mode. We must overhaul how we teach and assess performance, embracing AI as an ally rather than a competitor. Educators should move from teaching memorization and process to emphasizing critical thinking, question formulation, and effective communication. I would love to see professors integrating generative AI into their classrooms, guiding students in crafting better questions, and critically analyzing the outputs. Memorizing knowledge is pointless. Analyzing AI outputs for hallucinations and critically thinking on how to apply the information to a real situation is invaluable. At the Idealized Science Institute, we advocate a similar philosophy, teaching students to ask good questions and think critically rather than just regurgitating information. While I've been a driving force in integrating AI into our process with some resistance, the principles align perfectly. AI isn't cheating when the task is crafted to mimic real applications. AI simply raises the bar on performance, making traditional assessment obsolete. You can still do research the old-fashioned way, but in most modern organizations, that level of inefficiency is a huge liability. Saying, "I worked really hard to find the right journal article" was a tremendous waste of time and is a huge risk in a world of efficiency and impact. Beyond being an improved research assistant, when used properly, AI offers instant access to a collaborator and partner to conduct genuine debate and discussion, which is also core to the scientific process. AI doesn't mean we lose our jobs. It means we must elevate our work. If you're diligently performing tasks that AI can handle more efficiently, you risk becoming obsolete. In fact, you already are obsolete. It's the delay of adoption and recognition by business leaders that is temporarily saving your job. Your obsolescence isn't because AI replaced you, but because you refuse to adapt. You must be ahead of your bosses in recognizing how to be smart and lazy. It's like two guys running through the forest being chased by a bear. One guy stops to put on his running shoes. The other guy says, "Why are you wasting your time with that? You'll never outrun the bear." The reply is, "I don't have to outrun the bear, I just have to outrun you." With AI, it's not just outrunning your colleague, but it's learning how to reshape your work itself to elevate your productivity and impact. The bear is coming regardless, and your professional survival depends on adding value and remaining useful. Personally, AI revolutionizes how I work. Instead of painstaking edits, I draft quickly and use AI to refine my thoughts. It doesn't diminish my value. It enhances my impact and efficiency. Is it cheating, and are these words my own? Does that matter? If my words provide value and provoke thought, do you care if the origin is my fingers tapping or enhancing my intent and insights with AI? It's time for educators, business leaders, and workers alike to recognize and embrace the radical changes generative AI brings. Clinging to outdated methods won't protect jobs or standards. It only delays inevitable obsolescence. Let's reward being smart and a bit lazy. Stop working in hard mode. The true value isn't how hard we work or clinging to antiquated approaches, but how efficiently we leverage all available resources to create meaningful impact. Stop competing on effort. Start competing on impact. Lead and teach others to do the same. Thanks.